Hi students, today we are going to see the topic related to measurements. We will see here the topic gain measurement of an antenna, how to measure gain related to antennas. So here we have two methods in measurement of gain. Two methods are there. Two methods we have for measuring gain. One we have absolute method and comparison method. Second one we have comparison method. And in absolute method further we have two types of further we can divide. In absolute method we have two antenna method and three antenna method. We have, in case of absolute method, we have further two antenna and three antenna methods. So in case of this absolute method we directly use antennas. Two antennas are used. So first we will see two antenna method. Two antenna method. So for finding the gain of an antenna, whose gain we have to find, unknown gain, two antennas are used, and Friis formula is used here. Friis formula, two identical antennas, two identical antennas are used, and Friis formula is used. Based on the Friis formula we find the gain of the unknown antenna. Friis transmission formula. So this formula relates the radiated power by the antenna is equal to received power. Sorry, it is received power by the antenna PR is equal to transmitted power PT, gain of the transmitted antenna, gain of the receiver antenna GR, into lambda by 4 pi r whole square, where lambda is the wavelength of the signal which is transmitted and r is the distance between the transmitted and receiver antenna. Okay, I am again repeating, PR is the power received by the antenna, PT is the power transmitted by the antenna, GT is the gain of the transmitted antenna, GR is the gain of the receiver antenna, lambda is the wavelength of the signal which we transmit, and r is the distance between the two antennas, transmitted antenna and receiver antenna. So taking log on both sides, we get log of PR is equal to log of transmitted power, gain of the transmitted antenna, gain of the received antenna, lambda by 4 pi r whole square. So we take complete log on this three PT, GT, GR and lambda by 4 pi r whole square. Four terms here we have, and these four terms we apply log. So when we apply log on the right hand side, we get, on the left hand side it will be same as log PR, but on the right hand side it is like log ABCD, log ABCD. So that we can write it as log A plus log b plus log c, like that we can write. So we will be writing it as log of, separately for pt and separately for separating the terms in the log on the right hand side we will be taking. So we write log of pt here plus log of gt plus log of gr, and another term here we have is log of lambda by 4 pi r whole square. So on the right hand side we had log of pt into gt into gr into lambda by 4 pi r whole square. This we have. So log a b c d, we write it as log a plus log b plus log c plus log d. We have written like log pt plus log gt plus log gr plus log of lambda by 4 pi r whole square. Now small simplifications we are going to do, modifications we can say. Here we are going to bring this log pt on the left hand side. Log pt will be taken on the left hand side. So we get log of pr minus log pt we get. So in a single step we can write it as log pr by pt also, and here we have log gt plus log gr will be remaining same. Log of gt plus log of gr plus log of lambda by 4 pi r whole square. Now we are going to multiply both sides with 10, so that we are going to convert this log of some constant. When we multiply 10 log of the constant, that will be converted into decibels. So if we multiply both sides with 10, then we get the gain will convert it into, from a constant, gain is a constant, output by input, it is a constant which have no units, but when we take log of the constant and when we multiply with 10, that will be converted into decibels. That will be converted into decibels. So that step we are going to do now. And the left hand side we have 10 log of pr minus log we had pt, so that comes in the denominator. So log of pr by pt we get, that is equal to we had the gain in decibels we have, and the gain, that is 10 log of gt, 10 log of gr can be written as gt of in decibels, gr of in decibels we get, and we get plus 10 log of what we had is lambda by 4 pi r whole square. So this 2 comes in front and it becomes 20 log, it becomes 20 log, and if you bring this 10 log on the left hand side, 10 log of pr by pt and minus 20 log of lambda by 4 pi r is equal to gt. We brought this on the left hand side, the log lambda by 4 pi r square. gt will be in decibels, gr will be in decibels. So this minus 20 log we have, minus if you take inside the log, then we get plus 20 log of 4 pi r by lambda. It becomes plus 20 log of 4 pi r by lambda, because minus goes into the log, it will be 1 by lambda by 4 pi r, so it becomes 4 pi r by lambda. So finally we get the equation, that is gain of the antenna in decibels, that is transmitted antenna, plus gain of the receiver antenna in decibels, is equal to, we have here 10 log of the received power by transmitted power plus 20 log of, we have 4 pi r by lambda, 4 pi r by lambda we have, right. Now suppose if we take same gains for if we assume like, or we consider initially that the two antennas are identical, for two identical antennas, this method basically depends on this, that the antennas which we take for transmission as well as receiving, both are going to be having the same gain. So that is why we use two antenna method, that is gain of the transmitted antenna is equal to gain of the receiver antenna is equal to generalized G we take in decibels. So the left hand side becomes 2G of in decibels. So if you bring this 2 on the left hand side, next step we can write, we have already on the right hand side 20 log 4 pi r by lambda plus 10 log of pr by pt we have. So if you bring this 2 on the right hand side, we get finally the gain of the antenna, that is transmitted antenna or receiver antenna, we get the same 20 log of 4 pi r by lambda. This is the first method in gain measurement. Here we have 10 log of pr by pt we get. So this is the first method in measuring the gain of the antenna. That is in absolute method, I have already told you, in absolute method itself we have two types further in measuring the gain. So two antenna method is sub part of the absolute method, and we have next three antenna method. This also comes under absolute method only. Three antenna method, three antennas, we have three antennas method. So here this method is used when two identical antennas are not available. Two identical antennas are not available, then we are going to use this three antenna method. Okay, that you have to remember, when two antennas of identical gain are not available, then we use this three antenna method is used. And the equation used here is a Friis formula only. Friis formula of transmission is used here, but in the combination of three antennas we have, so 1 2 antennas it is used, then 2 3, then 1 3. So we get three equations here and three unknown gains we have. So after solving these three equations, we are going to get the gains of individual antennas. That is, like we have taken here three antennas, 1 2 3 antennas whose gains we don't know. We need to calculate the gains of these three antennas, 1 2 3. That's why it is three antenna method. So as we done in the two antenna method, where the condition is two identical antennas, but in this three antenna method we don't take identical antennas. When they are not available, then we go for three antenna method. So Friis formula is used for first the 1 and 2 combination, then 2 and 3 combination of antennas, then 3 and 1 combination of antennas. Same Friis formula is used. So in case 1, we consider 1 as transmitter, 2 is as receiver, or anything you can use, G1, G2, one antenna, second antenna. And case 2, we can use 2 and 3 antenna, one as transmitter, another is receiver. And another case 3 and 1 antennas are used. So 3 equations we are going to get, then these 3 equations are solved, then we get G1, G2 and G3. Okay, so first we will consider 1 and 2 antenna. From Friis formula of transmission, again the same formula it is used. So if you remember this Friis formula for this measurement of gain, it is very important. From Friis formula of transmission, it is Friis formula of transmission, it is, which we have written earlier. So same thing it is, I'll just write here, PR is equal to PT into GT, gain of the transmitted antenna, gain of the receiver antenna, lambda by 4 pi r whole square. So here we take 1 and 2, first we take 1 and 2 antennas, 1 and 2 antennas, total 3 antennas here we have. 1 and 2 antenna is considered, one is transmitted, another is receiver. So we take it as P1, P2 we can take, receiver antenna is, or you can take PR1 and PR2, anyhow we can write with respect to. So suppose we consider antenna 1 as transmitter antenna, antenna 2 is the receiver antenna we can consider. Okay, antenna 1 is considered as transmitter antenna and antenna 2 is considered as receiver antenna. So using the Friis formula here, as we have done earlier, we can write directly the equation, that is G1, this is the transmitter antenna, decibels, directly we are writing that Friis formula in the decibel form. G2 in decibels is equal to, already we have seen how we have taken log, then we have multiplied both sides with 10, then we simplified. Same way it is, everything is done what we have done in the absolute method. Here we can directly write the equation as we have already done earlier. Log PR2, that is receiver antenna, by PT1. This is PT1 here, divided by PT1 we get. So that is the equation we take as the first equation. I will write here again. G1 it is considered in decibels. This is for 1 and 2 antennas. One is transmitter, another is receiver antenna. 20 log of 4 pi r by lambda, plus we had 10 log of PR2 by PT1. So this we consider as equation 1. This is equation 1, which we are going to further. Next we take another combination, of, next we can take 2 and 3, 1 and 3, anything you can take. Suppose you take 2 and 3 antennas, one is transmitted, another is receiver. What is the combination we can use? Overall we are going to get, combining the antennas, combination of 2 and 3 antennas, we take G2 antenna in decibels, G3 antenna in decibels is equal to 20 log of 4 pi r by lambda, plus we have 10 log of PR2 by PT3. We consider this as transmitter antenna is 3, and already we have considered as 2 is the receiver antenna, so we take it as PR2. So we take it as equation number 2, right? G2, G3 are the gains, PR2 is the receiver antenna, and G3 here we are considering as the transmitter antenna, PT3 we get. So this will be equation number 2. Another combination we have, combining antennas 1 and 3, combining antennas 1 and 3, so we get G1 in decibels, gain in decibels, G3 in decibels, that is 20 log of 4 pi r by lambda, 4 pi r by lambda it is, plus 10 log of PR3 by PT1, which is considered transmitter and receiver antennas. Okay, so here we get as equation number 3. So we got 3 unknowns here. We know these are 3 unknowns. 3 unknowns we have. The powers received and transmitted are known. 3 unknowns, that is G1 in decibels, G2 in decibels, and G3 in decibels. These are unknowns. And the received power, transmitted power of PT1, PR2, PR3, PT3, all are known. They are measured powers. So only unknowns here are nothing but G1, G2, G3 in decibels. R is known, distance between the two antennas, lambda is known. Okay, so here we have 3 equations and 3 unknowns. If we solve these 3 equations, solving 1, 2, 3 equations will give the unknowns, will give the unknown values. Okay, this is about 3 antenna method in absolute. So we had basically 2 methods. We have absolute method of measuring gain and comparison method of measuring gain. In absolute method itself we have 2 types. One is 2 antenna method, another is 3 antenna method. If we have comparison method, we have, next we have comparison method. So in this comparison method, what we use is 3 gains of the antennas